Unit testing is a level of software testing where individual units and components of a software are tested. The purpose is to validate that each unit of the software performs as designed. A unit is the smallest testable part of any software. It usually has one or a few inputs and usually a single output. In procedural programming, a unit may be an individual program, function, procedure, or etc. In object-oriented programming, the smallest unit is a method, which may belong to a base, superclass, abstract class, or derived child class. Some treat a module of an application as a unit. This is to be discouraged as there will probably be many individual units within that module. Unit testing frameworks, drivers, stubs, and fake objects are used to assist in unit testing. Unit testing increases confidence in changing and maintaining code. If good unit tests are written, and if they are run every time any code is changed, it's much easier to promptly catch any defects introduced due to the change. Also, if codes are already made less interdependent to make unit testing possible, the unintended impact of changes to any code is less. Integration testing. Integration testing is a software testing methodology used to test individual software components or units of code to verify interaction between various components and detect interface defects. Components are tested as a single group or organized in a iterative manner. After the integration testing has been performed on the components, they are readily available for system testing. Integration is a key software development lifecycle strategy. Generally, small software systems are integrated and tested in single phase, whereas larger systems involve several integration phases to build a complete system, such as integrating modules in low-level subsystems for integration with larger subsystems. Integration testing encompasses all aspects of a software system's performance, functionality, and reliability. Most unit test software systems are comprised of integrated components that are tested for error isolation due to grouping. Module details are presumed accurate, but prior to integration testing, and each module is separately tested via partial component implementation, also known as a stub. There are three main integration testing strategies. Big Bang involves integrating the modules to build a complete software system. This is considered a high-risk approach because it requires proper documentation to prevent failure. Bottom up involves low-level component testing followed by a high-level component. Testing continues until all hierarchical components are tested. Bottom-up testing facilities are efficient error detection. And top-down, it involves testing the top integrated. Functional testing is a software testing process used within software development in which software is tested to ensure that it conforms with all requirements. Functional testing is a way of checking software to ensure that it has all required functionality that's specified within its functional requirements. Functional testing is primarily used to verify that a piece of software is providing the same output as required by the end user or business. Typically, functional testing involves evaluating and comparing each software function with the business requirements. Software is tested by providing it with some related inputs so that the output can be evaluated to see how it conforms, relates, or varies compared to its base requirements. Moreover, functional testing also checks the software for usability, such as by ensuring that the navigational functions are working as required. Some functional testing techniques include smoke testing, white box testing, black box testing, unit testing, and user acceptance testing. Performance testing in general is a testing practice performed to determine how a system performs in terms of responsiveness and stability under a particular workload. It determines the performance of a system, measure, validate, or verify quality attributes of the system like responsiveness, speed, scalability, stability under a variety of load conditions. The system is tested under a mixture of load conditions and check the time required responding by the system under the various workloads. Software performance testing involves the testing of application under test to ensure that application is working as expected. The goal of performance testing is not only to find the bugs in the system, but also eliminate the performance bottlenecks from the system. Before going live in a market, the software system should be tested against all these conditions: the speed, stability, escapability. If the system goes live without doing these performance testing, it may cause issues like running very slowly while simultaneously accessing systems by several users, poor usability, which likely to gain a very bad reputation, and its effects can dramatically lower sales goals directly. Performance testing encompasses a range of different tests which enable analysis of various aspects of the system. And the testing, it tells about what needs to be fixed before going live, mainly the issues faced under the variety of the load conditions. For the success of software system performance, testing plays a major key role for the software lifecycle. It makes certain that the customer satisfaction and the elements of the risk of the product doesn't fail. So with performance testing, it is very important to carry out the testing before you go live in the market. Thank you.